What a beautiful day. Good morning. I see people. Good morning, good morning. How is everybody? Let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, I'm not seeing any messages, but I see some people. Okay, not sure why I'm not seeing any of you. There it is. It all came in at one time. Don't you love technology? Good morning, Julie Kiss. Good morning, Donna Capitula, Jennifer Langren in Florida, and Deirdre. Good morning. Wow, we're spread out all over the place. How is everybody? What a great day we've got here. Just see if I can share this on my timeline, and then let's see what's going on in your world. Okay, Deirdre, did you put it in the group? I haven't seen Wendy on in a couple of days. I hope she's okay. Good morning, Rick. Wow, we got Florida and New York well represented this morning. How's the hurricane situation down there in Florida? And there's Pennsylvania. Yes, Donna. It's so good to see you. All right, sharing. It's kind of crazy with the weather, isn't it? The hurricanes just don't stop. And I heard that there's another one that's pretty strong, and I think it was the Philippines that got hit really bad. And it's just really, really strange weather. Good morning, my Sally. Thank you, Deirdre, for sharing that. Hi, Gabby. Good morning, Christina. Good morning to you. Getting the gang all in here. Gabby, it's so good to see you. Haven't seen you here in a couple of days. I hope you're okay, my dear. All right, so I shared it to my timeline. Let me just put it in my group. Okay, so let's get to it. Oh, there's Catherine. Good morning. Yes, it's been quite an interesting few days, hasn't it? How's everybody's weekend? And Sally, I know how your weekend was. Okay, so now I got you all where I can see you. Okay, so Gabby, you had a yucky couple of days. That's why we haven't seen you. Well, honey, I'm so glad you're here with us this morning. Isabel, good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well down there in Florida. And you're on your computer. So you're you. Yes, you're not Enlightened World. Oh, that's right. We get to see you as Gabby this morning. Kathy Hand, good morning to you. Who else came in? We have Hugh on Periscope. And Stacy. Good morning, Stacy. Wow, we got a beautiful family in here this morning. It's an amazing time right now. There's ups and downs, isn't it? It's just really insane. That's the only word I have for it. It's really weird, the things that are going on in the extremes. Have you noticed that? It's either really, really, really good or really, really, really not so good. And I don't have any explanation for it. I know there's the energy that's happened or happening and all kinds of crazy situations going on. But you know what I've noticed? It's like the world is narrowing or something. Like we're all experiencing this, but it's like a microcosm of things that are going on. I don't even know how to explain it. I know the world's a big place, but it feels very small right now. Like we're all in this snow globe or something, and we're all just really trying to figure it out. But there just seems to be something happening that's compressing. So I've always heard the term timelines are collapsing, and that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like things are not as huge as they used to be. So I don't know. I don't have the answer. I've been asking, I've been asking my spirit guides, hey guys, can you give us some help here? Can you give us some illumination of what's going on? Because we're all just kind of, uh, you know, their hands up in the air saying, hey, what the heck? The weather, um, the energy of people that are just losing it, and so much really heavy energy that's going on. So I've just been asking, I'm like, what is going on here? It's like, I don't know. I have to laugh. If we don't laugh, what do we have? If we don't have our humor, we have to keep that just to keep sane and just to keep going. All right, let's see what we got going on with you all, because I'm just in this state of kind of waiting for some answers, but I'm not sitting still as I'm waiting. I'm continuing to do what I know I'm here to do, but at the same time, I'm like, what is my next step? Things get so confusing. And like even with the land blessing that was supposed to take place on Friday, I'm like, why are you closing doors? If I'm hearing this correctly, if I'm hearing I'm supposed to go, that it's supposed to happen, but every road that I went on was a dead end road. Every road. That's crazy to have that happen. And so then I'm like, okay, why'd you put me out here? Why'd you send me an hour away for this to not take place? And for people to be waiting and nothing happens. And that seems like it's kind of a metaphor right now, isn't it? We're waiting and it's like, okay, where is it? Where's that change we're going to see? Where is that miracle we're going to see? What are we waiting for? I don't have answers. I don't think any of us do. I don't think anybody has an answer right now for anything. And it's just that type of moment where we're just sitting and saying, what the heck? And who's helping us? Who's helping us? And I'm thinking and I'm really feeling that I'm needing to just sit with the energy right now. It's not a time to do. That was my big message. This isn't the time to do. This is the time to hold space. Yesterday, Ruth and I had this discussion about the different types of light workers. Not everybody is out there pounding pavement and doing the things that we envision as light workers on the forefront. There are those that are out there pioneering, breaking through things, reaching the masses. But there's also a huge, huge amount of light workers that are told to hold space. So what does that even mean? And, we're looking at this like we need some clarity. We need to know what our job is. We need to know what our role is in here. And to hold space means that you pray, you really feel the compassion and the love in your heart, for those that are out there, that are doing the work, that are experiencing things that they've never experienced before. But it's more than just sitting and not doing anything, because prayer is doing a lot. It is using your spiritual gifts to communicate, to raise your vibration to your higher self, and to receive the downloads of information, to allow whatever is happening to come into you. Yes, as Deirdre says, just be. And that's most of our roles right now. This is a time, it almost feels like that there's a birth happening. There's something that's coming that's really, really big. And whenever there's a birth that's going on, those that are not the one that's pregnant are the support system. Those that are just gathered around are the ones that help to keep the rhythm of the breath, or hold a hand, or state the words, it's okay, you're okay, just breathe, just go with it. That is an important role. If that wasn't there, just imagine that person that was giving birth, if it was the first time, how scary that is. How scary, how unfamiliar, how not knowing what to expect. So the person or persons that are there for those that are giving the birth are some of the most important roles that there is. That support system that needs to be in place keeps the calm, keeps the focus. Just imagine that person that's helping someone for the first time go through that birthing experience. And that person just is looking for a smile, looking for a word, looking for relief of pain, looking for somebody to tell them, it's okay. It's okay. You're going to make it through this. You're going to be all right. So that's what our role is right now. Our role is to be calm, to focus on the breath, to say to those that are out there doing the breakthrough work, keep going, breathe, keep going, 1 minute at a time. Focus on what you're doing in this moment. Don't get distracted. Don't look at a sparkly thing and go off that direction. I call that squirreling, squirreling like a squirrel. And I said that to somebody the other day, and it didn't make sense to them. But it's like when we see a cute little animal like a squirrel, or we see a sparkly thing that gets our attention, we're drawn off path. We're drawn into something that we're not supposed to be on that path. We're supposed to stay the course. So right now, we're supposed to stay the course. We're supposed to just hold that space, to do the prayers, do the important work of support. That's our role. And if you're a light worker and you didn't know what your role was, you've just been floundering and saying, what am I supposed to do? You know, it's like, I just got the thought of Paul Revere as he rode through the streets. The British are coming, the British are coming. And, you know, sounding the alarm. That's kind of what our role is right now, to sound the alarm. But we don't have to be the ones out on the front line. It's not our role. Everybody has a role. We came here in this human body to have an experience. But those of us that are here right now, we're here on purpose. We're here because we came in for such a time as this. We came into this world knowing that it wasn't going to be easy. I've said many times, many times, why couldn't I have chosen an easy life? Why couldn't I be that person laying out on the beach with the cabana boy and having every one of my needs met and just having that life of luxury? I've said that so many times. But this has been a life of struggle. This has been a life of challenge, what I call the fires. So as I look at this life, I came here knowing full well I wasn't going to be laying on that beach my whole life and having someone cater to me and hand me everything that I have. It's been a life of fight. It's been a life of survival. And it's been a life of going over those hot coals and knowing that I'm going to make it through, knowing without knowing. I came in with my eyes fully open. I came in knowing that my angels were surrounding me, knowing that I didn't have to fear. I've had fear. Oh, many times I've been so afraid, and I've been at that point throwing my hands up and saying, God, what are you doing? What am I doing? Where are you? Did you abandon me? I've said that. And then reality with the angels comes into play, and they're like, okay, calm down. We're here. We're here. We got you, and you got this. And I think that's their message to us right now is we've got you. We've got you. Even when you feel like you're walking on that hot coal, even when you are struggling so hard and you're like, I can't do this anymore. And there are many that are doing that right now. They're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm out of here. I can't take it. It's too much. It's too heavy. And this is not what I signed up for. But you know what? You did sign up for it. We all did. We all are in this together. We all knew coming in that we were going to have this huge task. We knew coming into this experience that no, we weren't going to skate through it. There was no just come and enjoy this time down here. Just see what this is all about. And wow, what a great vacation. You'll have a wonderful time. Now, we all knew when we came in that we had work to do. We all knew this was a different time for Earth, that this was a time Earth had never been through before. We knew that this was something huge. And that's what we're all feeling right now because the veil has thinned. There's no more hiding. There's things that are being shown to different people in visions, in dreams, in communication during meditation with your guides, with your angels, with God, however you do your meditation. So this is a time that we all knew we were going to go through. We prepared for it on the spirit realm before we even came into our human bodies. We prepared for this. So don't think that you're not prepared. That's a big message that they want me to give you this morning. Go into this time that we're in, this experience that we're all going through, not just one of us. This is what we can look at right now. It's not you alone that's going through all those emotions and those struggles. We're all going through it, and we came here to do this, and we've got this. We've got this, and that's what many of us are called to be the support system. We're called to be that person telling the others, just breathe, breathe, you've got this. You're going to be okay. Focus on what's the task at hand. So as the task at hand is birthing something really, really big into the world, those supporters have to stay strong also and not be pulled away, not be taken off task, because your role, if that's you, your role is to pay attention and pay attention to the contractions. Remember, when somebody's giving birth, there's signs that that baby is ready to come out. You get the contractions, you get the pain that happens as the motion starts to happen and the baby starts to move toward the birth canal. You know when it's going to be exactly time for that to happen. So we're to pay attention right now. we're to really see those pain moments and measure, okay, how long was it since the last pain? So that's what we're to ask ourselves right now. How long has it been since that last pain? Do we need to rev up the breathing right now? Do we need to uh, help that person that's giving birth go into a calm state? The more we remain calm, the more that person giving birth remains calm. So the person giving birth, I feel, is Mother Gaia. I feel like that's what's happening right now. There's been so much pain. There's been all the hurricanes, the storms, the flooding, the weird weather patterns, and the fires that have happened. So we need to look at, okay, how much time has it been since that last one? And do we need to rev up our breath now? Do we need to start going into another rhythm? And that's where we're at. We're going to different rhythms, and that's why it feels off. That's why the vibration feels weird. So, guys, we got a big job to do. We got lots of work to do now. I can't remember what movie that came from, but I love that line. We got lots of work to do now. And that's what it feels like, doesn't it? We have so much work to do. There's so many of you that are here this morning, and I love seeing all these names. Christina O'Rourke, we've missed you. Okay, so we're talking about ice cream. I can't read that. No ice cream for this girl. I can't do the sugar part. Sugar, for me especially, I have to only focus on me. Sugar is so destructive to the body, and sugar is something that feeds cancer. And I'm very aware my body has also already experienced cancer a few times. And so I say no to sugar, just say no. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you all. Thank you for listening to that. That was a message that Spirit said, just get on and talk. And it didn't say it out loud. It was that knowing that I just had to come on and share with you all whatever Spirit wanted to say. So thank you for listening. And if it was something that resonated with you, awesome. And I hope that that you got the message. I hope that whatever spirit guide you work with had you listen. Okay, I just did something to my screen and now I can't see anything. I can't even see you all. This is fun. Okay, let me see if I can get rid of this. I love computers. Okay, there you're back. Yay. All right. I just have to laugh with my spirit guides. They just help me so much to keep it light. Just keep my life light. I don't have a lot of heavy moments, thank God. I used to, and that was part of the learning. But now it's all like, yeah, let's just go with it. Let's just see what happens. All right, so who didn't I say good morning to? I think I left off with you, Tammy. Good morning, Tammy. Isabel. Okay, Vanessa on YouTube, welcome. Giannina Munaz. Lily Ann, hi, sweetheart from Norway. And Stacy says, yes, it's a wild time. It is, but I hope you listen to that message, all of you, because I'm listening to it. I'm having to listen to it myself and go, what? What do you mean I signed up for this? What do you mean I've got this? But yeah, we do. We all have this. Okay, see who else is here. Mohammed, good evening from Malaysia to you. Marianne, good morning, honey. Marianne, I don't know where that hurricane is, but I sure hope it's not near you or Louisiana. Those places have been ravaged enough. Sally says, I'm up today. Thank you, Teri and Ruth. Today I get to play with Christmas decorations at the center. That's always good when I get to be creative. And creative right now is the word, isn't it? The more we can bring in that energy, because let's go back to that analogy of giving birth, which is what's going on. The more creative we can get, the more calm we can bring in, the more focused we can be, because we're not going to be scattered. Just think of when you're being creative, if you're painting, if you are making crafts, if you are doing anything with your hands, then you're focused and your energy knows what to do. I can meditate so well when I'm doing crafts. If I am creating like a dream catcher, which I used to do a lot, I can be so focused in meditation that I don't even see what I'm doing. And before I know it, the dream catcher's done, and I don't even know how it got done because I was in that meditative state. So be creative, all of us right now. That's our message too. Be creative. Don't sit still. Don't let your mind be idle. When your mind is idle and there's things happening around us, such as what's going on in the world, we start to go into the spin. So we start to go into the spin when we focus on the drama in the world. So we have Stacy that says, I've been angry and sad and almost in tears and just plain uncomfortable. Yeah, because when we go into the spin, that's what happens. Just imagine, let's go back again to this analogy of someone giving birth. Maybe you're one of the ones that's bringing this through, Stacy. And if you don't have that support system in place that's going to tell you when to breathe, that's going to help you to focus on your task at hand, then you go into the spin. And somebody that's giving birth for the first time, that can be very scary. I've been there. When I gave birth, I didn't have anybody telling me to breathe. It was an emergency situation, and I was scared because I didn't know what I was doing. I'd never done it before. So it can be extremely frightening, and that's when we get angry, when we get frightened. Did you all notice that? If you're in fear and you don't know what's going on, or you don't have somebody calming you down, we get very angry with that fear. They kind of go hand in hand. So the fear that's happening right now in the world, just say, is that mine? Am I buying into that fear? Am I going into the drama? Am I angry because I don't know what to do? I don't know what's happening and I don't know how to help. Well, the message that just came through from the angels, that was channeled in, that wasn't me, that was the angels this morning. The message is, we all prepared for this. We all are ready, whether we feel it or not. And if we can focus, do something creative, and focus in and talk to the angels and talk to God, we will remember. We'll remember our magnificence. And that's what we're being called to do right now. Okay, let's see who else is going through something. Christina, crazy ups and downs. We did get a nice surprise visit from 3 of the grandkids yesterday. Also got an extra paper for taxes from the state, hoping nothing more than that. Okay, well, we're hoping that as well. Sally says, yes, by Saturday evening, I felt as if I had been shoved off a cliff. This morning, I realized that I only scraped my knees. Sally, you got this. You got this. And there are those of us that are supporting you and telling you when to breathe, because when you're in that state of, wow, the world just got very crazy, you forget to breathe and you hold your breath, and that's when everything gets very stiff. Deirdre, you feel it too. You feel like something's coming. Suzanne, good morning to you, my darling. Stacy says, I just meditated with my new selenite in each hand and was guided to draw a card, and wow, perfect messages. Yeah, when we can calm ourselves, selenite is one of the most calming stones there is. It pulls away the negative energy. If you can sit with selenite, you'll find that energy just flowing away from you. Isabel says, yes, I make myself reasons to laugh about myself. Yeah, we have to. We have to laugh at ourselves. We can't take this so serious that we can't find humor somewhere. If we can't find it, ask for it. Ask. I did that when I was going through cancer last year. I said, make me laugh. Raise my vibration. That's the only thing I ask of everybody. Make me laugh. Lily says, yes, it's crazy ups and downs all the time. Don't know what to do or when to sleep. All is just chaos. Okay, that's the spin, Lily. That's the spin that I was talking about. When we go into the chaos, when we look at the world and say, wow, wait a minute, I went off of this crazy ride. This is too much. Then we're in the spin. If we're in the spin, nothing's going in flow because we can't find something to hold on to. I've said many times, I can't do heights because I don't have anything to touch. I don't have anything to hold on to. But once we find that stability, once we find somebody that's there that says, hey, just breathe, just take a breath, that's our support. That's our, or whatever it is that we're going to hold on to during that time. And we can step off of the spin for that moment when we're breathing, when we're holding on. So find whatever it is that you can lean up against. If it's a tree, go hug a tree and hold on to that tree and say, I want off of that merry-go-round. I want off right now, so help me to ground, help me to stay strong. Sally says, listen to the body right now. It's time to stay still and listen. Absolutely. And Julie, you're waiting in your life as well. Yeah. Stacy says, I've had to buy some black onyx to wear to work to protect myself. I'm feeling so much energy, more so than ever. Yes, all the protective stones, that's going to help a lot to ground you. And that's what it does. It grounds you and keeps the negative spin away from you. Sally says, pay attention to those very subtle signs. Yeah, definitely. Sally says, I'm so grateful for your guidance yesterday. It truly opened my eyes. Good. I'm so glad, Sally. We need you. We need you and Tony, and we need your strength. We need your wisdom. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for opening up to what's happening in your world. Marianne, you're so cute. Thank you for being here this morning. Yeah, I thought I was going to have that cabana boy and be on the beach in Hawaii, and that didn't happen. Instead, I'm traveling around the country in my angel mobile. Gave her a bath yesterday. She was so dirty from the snow and just looked tired after having that snow sitting on her for so long. So I took her down and made her beautiful again, and she's shiny, and I'm going to take her out today. I'm meeting a couple of people that are very involved in Enlightened World Network, and I'm hoping to get pictures with them by the Angel Mobile today. So yeah, she gets to shine again. And then I hear there's going to be snow next week. And I'm like, no. So I think I need to get a cover for her because that snow, oh my gosh, it just did a number. It was like after it melted away, it was so dirty. It was all dirt that she was covered in. So she might need a cover to go over her, a car cover, just so there's no more damage. Okay, Marianne says we need to laugh a little. We certainly do. Good morning, Becky. Thank you for being here. And Stacy says, during meditation this morning, I was shown my struggles and received the message that some weren't mine. Some were people around me, and I was there to witness, and the ones that survived were so hard and scary, but it doesn't make me damaged. It makes me victorious. Yeah, Stacy, the message for all of us is to those that are going through the struggle or the ones giving birth to whatever this is. So breathe with them. Tell them to breathe. Help them to breathe. Help them to stay strong. Okay, so seeing who else is on here. Yeah, Sally, it's time to use our wisdom. Gabby's making herself feel better with ice cream. That's where the ice cream came from. Gabby, it's all your fault. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Julie Kidd says, seems like everything is going wrong. I need to turn this around and make it right. So let's talk about that. When we look at something as not the way that it's supposed to be, that's us saying that it's supposed to be a certain way. So when we look at it in its perfection, like our Marietta always teaches us, everything is working perfectly. Sometimes we don't see the perfection. Sometimes we don't see what is right or wrong, if there is such a thing. We just look at it as not the way we thought it was going to be. Just like this life that I was talking about. I don't have the cabana boy. I don't have the beach. I don't have the margaritas being handed to me. I'm walking on hot coals instead and driving a vehicle across the country and experiencing all of the ins and outs and the ups and downs. So we don't always know what perfection looks like. We don't always see the big picture. We don't always see the lives that we touch that maybe we're at the point of checking out. We don't always see that sometimes when that person checks out, that was their path. That was what they chose at that moment. And that was one of their exit points. That was something that was already in place to say, you have a choice here. So we don't know the big picture. We don't know what that person's path is. And so if we try to fix something, maybe it wasn't supposed to be fixed the way we would see it fixed. So I love that statement that Marietta has taught us, the EIWP. Everything is working perfectly. And when we go into it with that attitude and breathe, then we can watch the perfection happen. We can watch that baby being born and know that all of that travail, all of that pain, all of that angst brought forth something new, something beautiful. So when we look at something that's hurtful or painful, don't look at it as something bad, but what's being birthed, what's coming forth out of all that pain, what's being created. And that's where we are right now, is waiting for that creation to come forth, for us all to see the evidence of what was happening during all the painful moments. Okay, so just looking at the time here this morning, also, we need to start putting in our prayers. We've got so much prayer to be done today, so much lifting up, so many people that are the ones giving the birth, that are the ones walking on the hot coals, the ones that are experiencing the trials that they're going through. So if you have prayer requests this morning, start putting those in. Good morning, my beautiful Hope. So happy to see you. I know it's afternoon for you, and I hope you're doing well. And Dixie Cunningham, thank you for coming in. Allie O'Shea, good morning to you, my friend. So good to see you on the morning show. And there's our Erica. Oh my gosh. Those of you that missed the first part of this, the angels really just talked today. They came through for us and just shared what they wanted us to know. So if you missed the first part of the show and you missed that message for all of us, I really hope that you'll go back and listen to what the angel said today. I'm going to go listen, because when I'm channeling their messages, I don't know what all they said. I don't know what they said, but I'm going to go listen to it and really get the message. I do know the gist of it is that for some of us, our role right now is support. That's our role. That's what we're here for. We're here to help others breathe. We're here to help others focus and stay focused. And we're to stay focused ourselves. That was a huge message, not to squirrel, not to go off for that moment to see what's shiny out there, to see what can I get, but to look at what am I doing? What am I doing? What's my role? What's my focus supposed to be on right now? Okay, so some of us squirreled with the ice cream, and that's okay. It's okay. We have to live our lives, and when you're going about your day, there's things that are going to pull you away. Just focus on the breath and come back to your task at hand. Come back to what's going on. What do I need to know in this moment? What's good for me in this moment? And the ice cream moments are beautiful. We need the joy. We need to play on the playground. But use that joy then to bring your breath into being, and the moment that you're in to being exactly where you are, and lighten up, do the lightening up, and then go back into the task. We have to have rest to do the hard work, right? We have to have that rest. We have to have those moments of just sitting back, just sit in that comfortable chair and say, okay, I'm going to rest for a minute before I go back in there. I'm going to just take that moment of rest to do the hard work, to pull the wagon, whatever it is that's needed. So thank you. Thank you to all of you who sat and breathed for a moment and then going back into doing the inner work, the hard work. Oh, thank you, Isabel. And Deirdre, when I told my friend that we all signed up for our lives, she cursed me out big time. Not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets it. We can see that in our world. We can see those that are don't have their eyes open. Those that look at the world as that's all there is. They look at the limits that's out there, what's limiting them, and they can't focus on anything else. So it's okay. Don't be judgmental, any of us. Don't be judgmental about anybody's path, but just accept them just as they are. Keep them in your prayers, keep them lifted up, and stay on your path. What is it? Karen Palmer has a statement that she uses: mind your own vibration. Mind your own vibration. So when we do that, we stay in our own lane, we stay in our own path, and we know that we chose this. We know that we came here. There's no accident that you're here right now. There's no coincidence that you're hearing these words that the angel spoke this morning. There's no accident at all that you're in a place where you are, that you're either that person on the front line digging the ditch, or you're the one saying, you got this, you can do this. So there's no accidents at all. Everything has a purpose. Okay. Charlie, good morning. Charlie says Costco has sea salt caramel keto ice cream bars, no added sugar, and they are delicious. Well, Charlie, I may have to find somebody that has a Costco membership because I don't have one. Okay, so where are we? Let's see if we got any prayer requests going on. Isabel says, yesterday I was totally in a create mode, feeling so good doing my beads, bracelets, and necklaces. That's what happens when you create, you start feeling good. Sally says, I'm in the middle of so many projects. I am painting a Buddha. I saw that. It's awesome. Creating a large dream catcher, and now the Christmas at the center. Good. Julie says, election day is tomorrow. Thank God it will be done with. All the ads on TV. Not just all the ads on TV, Julie, but all the messages on my phone. My phone rings constantly, and I have notifications that tell me when it's spam. Ruth laughs at me. She makes fun. Spam alert, spam alert. So it tells me now when it's a political call. So it'll come up on my screen, the phone call, and it says political call. I'm like, thank you for letting me know that. Oh, it's a crazy time, isn't it? We have to laugh, people. We have to laugh. We have to lighten up. Okay, so Charles says 22. We had 22 several times. We had 27, I think, at one point. So it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful time for people to come in and get their messages this morning. Lily, you're so welcome for the messages. She says, please send prayers for my mother that's back in the hospital for more tests today. Prayers for you all. Prayers for peace on earth, and prayers for all in need and that's struggling this time. And prayers for your family members, for my son Michael and grandson Gabriel, my daughter Stein, Jeanette. I love you all. And that, Lily, I'm sorry you have to go, but thank you for being here. I'm so glad that you were here to hear the message, and I'll replay it. Listen to the angel message again. I think we all need to do that. We all need to do a replay and just listen again to those words. Yeah, and in the mail, we get political stuff as well, right, Sally? Isabel says, I made one very long with chakra stones like the one Jean has for chanting. Don't remember the name. Mine has 110 beans. It's a mala bead, and there's 108 mala beads because that's the chant that's the chant number. When you chant 108 times, you've done one repetition of that mala, of that chant, sorry. Sally says, we'll be needing lots of prayer for my new role in this crazy universe. Breathing, good. Keep breathing. Breathe in that energy. Okay, Joanne. Good morning, Joanne Castillo. Extreme ups and downs for my daughter. Her soon-to-be ex is accusing her of so many things each time she sees her son. Diaper rash, missing bottles, now claiming he came home with a limp. This is very scary. It's very disconcerting. None of this has in reality happened. Let's lift up your daughter, Joanne, and the baby, and that whole situation. Let's put it all in the prayers today. Stacy says, in January, I felt like something big, like 911 was about to happen, and COVID came along. I feel like something huge is about to happen, but not sure it's that extreme. And love you all. I'm going to be listening while ready for work. Okay, Stacy, we love you. And oh, by the way, it's beautiful here in Florida. The sun is shining, the wind is blowing, and it's chilly. Well, it's not chilly here. It's cold here. We're in the 30s this morning. But thank you for being here, Stacy. We love you so much, honey. Christina, I had to listen the last 4 or 5 days. I was getting signs to just be quiet and away from some of the outside. We stayed home this weekend, and I canceled a bit of a getaway with my hubby, and we were going to take a midweek close by, and I'm okay with it. I feel like I am avoiding something negative to me and grateful to have received the signs. I also appreciate signs in my life when I'm shown to do or not do something. So I always look at that. Okay, Hope says, trust everyone is well. Home dialysis is going really well as I am back in control of my freedom. Things are always working out for me. It's from Abraham Hicks. Thank you. Kathy Hand, I'm so glad you were here this morning. Gabby, prayers for everyone that needs lifting and for Gaia. And Kathy's asking for spiritual guidance. Kathy, I don't know if you were here for that channeled message at the beginning of the show, but maybe replay that and listen to what they had to say for all of us. I think it'll help you a lot. Sally's asking for prayers today for all who are feeling this move forward. Got Tony to continue healing, for my lungs to stop being an issue, for my friend Dixie to find her forever happiness, and for my friend Gwen for all she is experiencing. Also for my son-in-law, who is heading back to Ann Arbor. Don't know what the rest of it is. Oh, that he gets his answers. Good. Suzanne says, please pray for my family, especially my mom. Her sweet little dog, Pammy, died. Prayers for our whole family here. Prayers for our country, especially for Election Day tomorrow. Prayers for COVID to go away. Suzanne, we're going to lift up your family, and I'm so sorry about the loss of that fur baby. Isabel, prayers for my friend Henry Torsivia. He is in ICU in Jacksonville Hospital in Miami in a very bad situation, liver, kidneys, and heart problems. The heart stopped yesterday, but he came back and opened his eyes. They decided to give more 24 hours before sending him to hospice. Okay, honey, let's lift up our Jean Lorio. I haven't seen her on here, but Jean's in a bad place right now where she lives in El Paso, which I was supposed to be at right now. And there's a lot of COVID cases, and she has lost a few people. There's been a lot of deaths there. And so let's lift our Jean up. She really needs to be held right now. She needs comforting. So let's lift Jean Lorio up and give her lots of love today. Gabby says, I'm hopping back into bed. I'm swapping to my phone, so I'll be back as EWN just to be confusing. I see you there, ZWN. Thank you, Gabby, for being here. I hope that ice cream was great. And Billy says, good morning. Good morning, my sister. Christina, I'd just like to say I love you all. Please reach out if I can be of support. Unfortunately, with everything that is happening, I may miss something. I will try my best to not miss anything, but like everyone, I have lots going on in the background that I juggle. Prayers for all here and everyone's intentions, spoken and unspoken. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you were here, Kathy, and you did get the message. Good. Thank you. Hope says, please send prayers for my friend Sean Orr's mother, who is very sick at the moment. Prayers for my cousin Lorraine Hillett. May she continue to progress. Prayers for the entire tribe. May they all continue to be abundant in health and wealth. Prayers for you, Teri. Please continue to follow the angels and to continue along our journey with ease and grace. Love and light to all. And prayers for the end to COVID, and so it is. Thank you, Hope. Kathy says prayers for Jean Lorio and all of us, and that we will be guided to make the best choices for our country tomorrow. Thank you, Kathy. Let's do our meditative prayer and lift up each other. It's been such a beautiful time with you this morning. I'm so grateful to the angels. I sat in meditation with them last night and just said, what do we need to know right now? What do I need to know? But what do we all need to know? And true to form, they delivered this morning. They brought that message in. And it's been a while since I've done an angel circle, but I feel guided that I need to be doing that again. So I will schedule some angel circles, and that's where the angels bring personal messages for those who attend. So I'll get that on the calendar if you want to sit with the angels and get some guidance for your life. And that's something that will be offered, just so you know, along this trip. So let's take a deep breath into our heart center. We've heard the prayers that were read out loud. If you have a prayer sitting in there in your heart that wasn't expressed, then we're here for you. We hold you. We want only the best for you. Let's lift up those who have experienced loss, those who are going through a huge change right now. Maybe you didn't put yourself in the circle of prayer, but I feel you. I feel your energy. I feel the clearing that needs to take place. Yesterday on the show, we did a release of energy that was being held inside. Let's focus and see if there's anything right now that needs to come to the outside. Just do that scan of your body, taking a deep breath in, seeing if there's a pain somewhere, if there's an ache, a hurt, if there's something that's confusing or chaotic inside and you're not sure where that's coming from. Just breathe right into it. Just as if you were the one giving birth and you feel that pain inside. Breathe into it. Speak to that pain. Say thank you. Thank you for being there, because there's something that's changing. There's something shifting inside of me. And the pain is bringing my attention to whatever that is. So give some gratitude. Let's give love for our experiences, love for what's happening to us individually and to us collectively. We are all one. We're all that same spirit experiencing these different things as we go about life. So hold on to each other. Say to each other, I love you. I'm here for you. Whatever your pain is, I'm focused on the release of that energy. I'm focused on helping you breathe. So whoever it is that's unable to express, you have that clog in your throat. You have that word that you want to say. You have something inside of you that you're holding on to so tightly. You're holding on to anger. That's what it feels like. You're holding on to anger. That's only hurting you. It's only keeping you from expressing yourself as your authentic self, as your beautiful self. Let the anger go. Let the chaos go. Get out of the spin. Step away from the spin for a moment and just be still. There's a verse that says, be still and know that I am God. Let's do that. Be still and know that I am God. Go into the energy of the divine. Let's all just come with me. Come into this moment of stillness, this moment of peace. Just breathe. Thank you. It felt like many of you were waiting to exhale. You've been holding your breath. You've been feeling that tightness. You've been feeling the insanity of the things that you're caught up in that spin. There's still some release. Let it go. Let it out. That's what the message is. Breathe in deeply and let it out. Just releasing whatever the energy was. There you go. Clear it up. Clear up your energy by breathing into it. Wherever the pain was, wherever that feeling of being stuck was inside of you, wherever the fear is, there's still fear in there. That fear of what's coming, that fear of what are we going to experience after tomorrow. That's projecting, that's looking into the future. Stay right now, present in this moment. Breathe in. If there's something stuck inside of you, let it out, cough it out. Clear your throat. Scream it out. Pound it out. Whatever you need to do. Get rid of that energy and release it so that it's not sitting in your body anymore. Those of us that are not feeling pain or angst are holding space for you. We're breathing for you. We're breathing with you. Just breathe, just be. Breathe in the calm. Stay in that moment of stillness as much as you can throughout the day. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and be still and know that you're surrounded by God. You're surrounded by the angels. You've got this. You've got this. We're in this together. You're not alone. Feel into the oneness. Feel into everyone that was on here today, giving beautiful messages of support, messages of love, holding up loved ones. We're all here in this soup together. We're all the ingredients. There's no accident or coincidence that you're here. You are here for such a time as this. Whether anybody else outside of your world sees that or not, I hope you see that. I hope you listened. I hope you got the message from the angels. You are meant to be here. And those that are checking out, those that say, I can't do this, let's not be judgmental. Let's just hold them in love. So let's love on each other. Just hold each other right now. Put your arms around somebody that you know is struggling. Stacy, I remember reading your messages earlier, struggle, challenge. Let's all just put our arms around Stacy and hold her. Let's put our arms around Jean. I don't see her on here today. So let's lift her up and hold her. And just, if you want, send her a message later, a message of love, letting her know how special and precious she is. And anybody else that comes to your mind today, anybody that just pops into your head and says, I need help, just send them that lifeline. Send them a message of love. So right now, let's do that. Let's send a message of love and gratitude. As I count to 3, let's all together say thank you. I love you, and you've got this. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. You've got this. You've got this. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold yourself in so much happiness and joy as you go through those fires. Just hold on to this moment of love, this moment of support, this moment of knowing that you're not alone. You are not alone at all. You're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. Live your purpose. Be that bright light. Be that spark out in the world that's so needed right now. Let's light the world up like it's a Christmas tree. Let's give Mother Earth that beautiful glow from us. I love you all so much. Yes, Christina, yes. You've got this and you are not alone. Always hold that in your heart as you go through today. Let those words resound inside your heart. I am not alone. I am not alone. I've got this. I've got this. I love you. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Isabel, Marianne, Catherine, Julie, Christina, Suzanne, Deirdre. I love you all so much. Gabby, so beautiful, Gabby. Thank you for being here. Just breathe. Just breathe. It's a beautiful thing. Be grateful for the breath and just breathe it in and breathe it back out. Oh, thank you, Christine. All right. So let's see. I'm waiting for the words here. There you are, Deirdre. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Sally. So Sally, Deirdre and Rick and Isabel, you all are typing in the words that we use to end the show every day. May you have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed rest of your day. I love you so much. Hold on to hope. Hold on to your angels and let them minister to you because you're not alone. Thank you, Erica. So here we go, all together now. Namaste, y'all. Be blessed.